Hello, all. This is about my short planned trip to Trichy, and I witnessed the magnificent temples in and around Trichy, a few one. And since this is a very short duration, and I have planned very less days, I couldn't have much time to spend in Trichy as well, but somehow I made it within a day. So I was moving towards Nagarkovil on this day, and it was quite a big traffic. And I reached Nagarkovil around 2 p.m. And from there I took the Vande Bharat train, the fastest train, which takes only 5 hours to Trichy. Of my co-travelers got into that seat. My wife is busy with phone like always, and two of my kids sitting in a single chair. They are too much attached. From Nagarkovil towards Tirunelveli, you can see these fans generates electricity. I think the most sustainable way of generating electricity. This is the temple that we are heading towards, and this is very old, built some centuries before. This is very old one, and see how well they have planned this city. And this whole area is located close to the Kaveri river. You know, the human civilization start built up close to the rivers. So wherever the healthy river is, people are wealthy there, and they built their own civilization. And you can witness this kind of civilization, how they built the temples and how they got accommodated around the temples and how they planned the city close to the river. There are so many towers like this around the temple premise, and this is the south tower. They call it as a Rajagopuram, somewhat like that. We entered through this south tower since our hotel is located close to this south tower. This is my sister's desire that she wants to live close to that temple. So I just booked the hotel closer to this temple. There were so many hotels nearby, and the hotels are cheap, and don't expect much comfortable or much luxury over there, because this is a tourist place and the hotels are a little small. And the main aim for us to roam around these temples, not to stay in hotel for the long time. So we are just adjusted to it. And this is the south tower. See how wonderfully they illuminated each of the level of the tower. And there are so many shops. You can buy whatever you want and whatever you want to eat. The same south tower, the Rajagopuram. See how beautiful it is, and the sculptures are so detailed and so wonderful to see in the night. I love public transportation, particularly to travel on early morning. There won't be much rush on the early mornings. So I took a private bus, and this bus takes us from Trichy to Tanjavur, and it takes only an hour to reach Tanjavur. Here we got some flowers for my kids, and the flowers are so cheap than on my place where I am living right now. The flowers are so cheap just because of they have more farmlands. Yeah, we visited this Tanjavur temple, and I posted a video recently about this temple. You can, if you are interested about to know this temple, you can see my videos that I have posted previously. This is the early morning video on Srirangam Trichy. You can see the elephant bringing the sacred water for the early morning ritual. See how slowly it is moving, and it is early morning around 5:30 a.m. between 5:30 to 6 a.m. These pillars shows how intelligent they are and how artistically they think. The pillar supports the entire building, right? So they don't want to leave the pillar as a pillar as such. They carved a lion, and the lion supporting the pillar. It is some kind of the lion supporting the entire structure. It looks like that. So much detailed carvings. Inside this temple, there is a garden, and you can see the view of the inside temple. And this temple is too big and so large in size. And one of my colleagues says it takes entire day to walk around the entire temple premise, and still you miss something inside the temple. That big the temple is. There are so many towers around this temple, but this tower painted in white color just to remember the sacrifice of a girl. She entertained the invaders while they were trying to loot the temple deities, the golden deities. She entertained them, and she misled the army chief to the top of the tower and pushed him to the death. And she also committed suicide by jumping from this top of the tower. In order to remember her sacrifice, they still paint this tower in white in color. Rest of the towers are very colorful, but they paint this tower in white color. And this story I gathered from the local people. And yes, the reason behind this white tells a tragic story. It stands still in a wonderful way and bowing down to her sacrifice. This building is known as Ayrankal Mandapam in Tamil, which means 1,000-pillar building. Looks so wonderful and so big in size, and each of the pillars having the architectural carvings, and the temple premise is so big and so much architectural sculptures. And again this white tower, and the white tower is located on the eastern side of the temple, and the video shows how big the temple is. Just a few hours of early morning I spent on this temple premise after the Tanjavur visit, and it was a busy and great journey for me, and I love to visit again to see more detailed way, so that I can explore the architecture marvel of this temple in a much more bigger way. Thank you for now.